Hey, what's up, YouTube, and my beloved husband, Kindred, my fellow big friends and followers, and my Hellfire Club members and subscribers. This is your Hellfire leader, Maggie Negan, the Walking Dead Fangirl 27. How's everyone doing today? So today, I decided to do my top 10 favorite anime and non-anime male characters today. So let's get this started. But before I start, I want to say, you guys, thanks so much for supporting my channel. You guys are awesome. You're definitely rock stars in my channel, and my channel is definitely a safe haven environment for all of you wonderful people in being part of the Hellfire Club. So thank you guys so much. And if you guys really enjoyed this video, press that like button. And of course, if you want to be part of the Hellfire Club or be part of ISMVEG, you have to smash the subscribe button and ring the notification bell for more updates. Alright, guys? And check in the description to follow me on my Twitter, my Instagram, my blog posts, my Pinterest, my Discord, my Twitch, and my Discord. And of course, down in the description down below, check out my beloved husband Kindred's YouTube channel. Give him a subscribe and check out his wonderful, spectacular blog posts of his beautiful art masterpiece. And of course, check out his phenomenal writing. Please, if you guys are in the publishing business, please check him out. He does wonderful books, so give him a big, fan, favorite, and give him a big subscribe. Love you, hun. So let's get back to the video. So by number 10, I gotta say I gotta pick Deku from My Hero Academia. I gotta say Deku has always been my favorite kind of hero when it comes to being a not always a quirkless kind of character. Like throughout the season, he's always very adorable, very loving, and always staying strong and always defending and protecting his friends and anyone that's really close to him. And of course, he loves his mom very, very much. Even though from season 1 he was always very quirkless, and of course he's always been bullied by Bakugo a lot, but that doesn't stop him from being what he wants to be, like being a true hero like All Might, and he idols All Might a lot, and that's what's so cute about Deku, And I always like to ship him with either Achiko or even Froppy, and it's so adorable to see those two ever get together. One of those girls will be a perfect match for him. So I gotta say Deku is going to be a wonderful hero one day throughout the season, so I can't wait to see what happens. So Deku's going to be my number 10. My number 9, I gotta say, is Elric, from Fullmetal Alchemist, and of course Brotherhood. I gotta say, Edward is like the most, funniest, most, strong alchemy character throughout the season. I gotta say he is very funny, because the reason why I say he's funny is because he's always can't stand people when they see how short he is, and forgive me by saying that, but it seems like he is always with that sense of humor where he doesn't like anyone calling him little, small, anything that relates to how his height shrunk a bit ever since he was a kid and his alchemy ended up, wrong, and then also, of course, what I love about Edward is that he's very protective of his loved ones, such as his little brother Alphonse and his love for Winry, and it's very adorable to see how he really cares for others, and is very protective of showing how powerful he is as an alchemist, and that's what I love about him. That's why I chose Edward Elric as my number 9. Number 8, I gotta give it to Sebastian from Black Butler. And the reason why I chose Sebastian Michaels is because he is a gentleman, he is witty, he's very clever, and he has, a fierce personality. And not to mention, he's also a demon. And what makes it so interesting is that he, is very protective of his master CL, and he just really has that wits and charm that girls go swoon over. And when I started watching Black Butler, I started realizing not only he's a demon and a butler, but he has some kind of personality where he has a way to manipulate people, the way he enjoys his special weakness for just cats or even lions, anything with fur on it. He would go head over heels, and that's why he has that kind of soft feel. Not always, he's always the aggressive kind of demon, but he has a soft side too. So that's what I like about Sebastian. So Sebastian is going to be my number 8. Number 7, I had to give it for, Inuyasha. If you guys don't know who I'm talking about, I recommend you guys watching the series from the beginning before you watch the sequel throughout the show and the movies. Because the reason why I chose Inuyasha as my number 7 is because I just like him because he's half human and half demon. because you get to know his story, where he's coming from in the feudal era of Japan, where he's coming from, how he met Kikyo, and how he met Kikyo's sister, and see what happens, and how he was always trying to get the necklace around his neck, how he got the pearl, and how it shattered into a lot of pieces, how he was trying to do anything to be full on demon. And that's when he started meeting Kagome, Moruko, and Sango, and Shoko, and all these, wonderful characters that tag along with him on that journey. And it just makes it wonderful to see how he becomes a total badass when he carries that Tetsaiga, and he's always fighting against his brother one-on-one to be full-on demon. But I like how he's always, always making Kagome make him say, "Sit, boy! Sit, sit, sit." It's so funny to see him being tortured by that. So that's why I chose Inuyasha as my number 7. My number 6, I gotta say, is Tamaki from Oran High School, club. And it seems like Tamaki is like your average Prince Charming, like in every fairy tale that every girl will go crazy for. Because I know Tamaki is a very a hopeless romantic, you can say, with the blonde hair, with the uniform, every schoolgirl will go crazy about. He's always a popular kid. But what makes it very interesting is that he loves, Haru, which is voiced by Caitlin Glass, and of course Tamaki is voiced by Vic Mignogna. I just like the chemistry between those two because it is so adorable how he wants to keep her safe, he wants to be very protective, and he just falls in love with her, and he will always cling on to her like no tomorrow. And that's what I like about him. He's so cute and adorable, and he's always making these cute weird faces every time Haru, tries to not, reject him, but tries to push him away by not being so affectionate and keep calling her, a commoner. And they always have that kind of affection about the coffee scene. And I was like, oh my god, is this anime or something else? But I just like it how he's a hopeless romantic. That's how romantic he is. So I chose Tamaki as my number 6. My number 5, I gotta say, it has to be Sasuke from Naruto. And the reason why I chose Sasuke over Naruto is because that he is an emo kind of kid, and I consider Sasuke in real life, I think of him as a brother figure more than anything else, because he has that kind of quality how as a kid, he is a very adorable kid who likes to eat his older brother's food, which you guys probably know, and he is very adorable when it comes to first. And then throughout the season, as he gets older, he becomes that kind of emo kid where you don't want him to get to know him. He's always want his own space, that kind of thing. And he looks like every kid you see in Hot Topic in the store, and you see they always wear those neon colors, or maybe just full on goth, and Sasuke just fits right in the crowd, because the funny thing is, I have a brother on Twitter, by the way, that looks just like Sasuke and even talks like him. It's just so uncanny, and the reason why I chose Sasuke is also he makes a badass ninja, so that's the reason why I chose my Sasuke as my number 5. Number 4, I gotta choose is Tenchi Masaki from Tenchi Muyo. The reason why I chose Tenchi was because my beloved husband Kaim introduced me to the show, but at first I got to see the season beforehand, just bits and pieces, back in junior high school, and after that I didn't continue watching it. But ever since I met Kaim, it was so wonderful. I was so grateful that my beloved husband introduced me to the show, and how, Tenchi really loves his beautiful young woman named Ryoko, which of course Kaim always calls me his Ryoko, which I totally don't mind, and I love it because I call him my Tenchi. And other than that, getting to the topic, Tenchi is always, a lovable character. He has the sass, that he has personality wise. He's very protective. He's always wanting to protect his loved ones. He always tries to avoid anything that his father says to him, because his dad's kind of weird in a way, because every time, he goes to school and when he comes home, his dad will go on his case saying, "Oh, did you find a girlfriend?" And Tenchi's like, "No, not yet, Dad. Leave me alone. I need my space." And then his father would probably say, oh, let's look at, some hot chicks, at the bathtub or something, And he's like, Dad, come on, I'm a grown man, for crying out loud. And Tenchi would do anything to, like, step away from that. And of course, throughout the season, he gets to see Ryoko, he falls head over heels for her, even though he tries to avoid her, even though she's a gorgeous goddess from space, or something like that. That's what my husband told me. And I gotta say that she and him make a really good match for each other, to be honest. And of course, I do see that she has like a tail or something, or maybe she doesn't, I don't know. But throughout the season as well, not to spoil anything for you guys, but heads up for it, they do have, children together, and it's so beautiful and cute that they start having that kind of chemistry, and that's what I love about him. And he is really protective of his beloved Ryoko, and that's why I chose Tenchi Masaki as my number 4. My number 3, I gotta pick Eren Jaeger, because from the beginning of watching Attack on Titan, I can understand what Eren's going through, because throughout the season, from season 1 and 2, he's always looking for revenge to defend the death of his mother, Carla Jaeger, and he would do anything to fight against all Titans, this and that. He wants to like be part of the military. He wants to do the Survey Corps. He wants to join Levi and his team and maybe kick Titan's butt. It goes through, that kind of thing, right? But after that, when we go through season 4, spoiler alert, he meets the Beast Titan, and all of a sudden he realized this Beast Titan is no other than, Eren's half-brother, because apparently his father, right, Eren's father, was married before, he even met Carla. So this is like a mind-blowing experience, that he gets to know who is this Beast Titan, and all of a sudden they became all brothers all of a sudden, and they started saying, oh, let's fight together against the human race, da-da-da-da. And it was like, wait, what? What's going on? Did Eren just decide to turn the tables around, saying, yeah, I'm gonna like join my brother and make half the military join me and go against the human race and destroy all humans, with all my time powers that I regain and this and that? I was shocked when I heard that happen, But other than that, I seem to like Eren when he wanted revenge of the death of his mother, because it seems he's more like leaning towards he wants revenge, he knows what he should do, and he will always protect his younger half-sister, Mikasa, who we saw, like, trying to protect her away from these criminals that brutalized and killed both her birth parents, all because they're coming from a distant, land called Asia, which I will probably discuss in a different video. So basically, he would do anything to keep her safe and want to make sure Armin doesn't get picked on. But the tables have turned, guys, But I will still, like, support Eren's, decision, only the part in season 1. So I'm going to say Eren Jaeger be my number 3. My number 2 favorite male anime character is Shizu Hirojima from Durarara. The reason why I chose Shizu was because he is not only a bartender, but always, very protective of his friends in certain gangs around the human race, basically. Because besides his backstory that his brother was going into the acting business, he was stuck in joining this group called the Dollars, basically. And what happens, like, he goes after this kid who we all know, Izawa, right? He goes after that kid for I don't know what reason, because it is so bizarre how this is happening. Like, throughout the season, he's always going after this kid, and I'm saying to myself, was he so obsessed with him? He's throwing stop signs, he's throwing vending machines left and right, and he's like running, and he's up in the air in the clouds, and he's covered in blood, and he's bleeding, and all of a sudden we get to see him jumping on Celti's bike like a weirdo, and he's trying to figure out where is this, kid, and he's mumbling to himself. And not to mention, he gets stabbed by a little girl that he doesn't even know, and it's so bizarre, and then he finds, Izawa's twin sisters, right? And he puts them in an abandoned, closet or something, or in a bar, and he puts them behind the vending machine and locks them and put them in a freaking storage facility. It's so weird, But what I like about him is like how he takes his anger and he's chasing the character, the kid, Izawa, all over the place in Japan. It is just too funny how he's just throwing things and he's like tossing a motorcycle up in the air. He has his tantrum towards, anybody that gets in his way. It's just too funny. That's why I chose Shizu Hirojima as my number 2. And here's my number 1, you guys. And he's not an anime character, but my one and only, my love of my life is Kindred. You probably say, oh, Maggie, are you crazy? You're supposed to talk about anime characters. No, not based on my title, but this time it's different. My non-anime character has to be Kindred. Yes, he is my husband, the person I really love with all my heart and soul. But the reason why I chose him as my number 1 and only, because I love him to death, because he makes me so, so happy, and I'm so blessed he's mine, and we are bound together for life. And I gotta say, he's a true gentleman, he's full of adventure, and he's romantic, he's loving, he's loyal, he's everything I dreamed of, and he's like a dream come true, you guys. And it feels like, there's no other person like him, because he makes my work like wild, because he will, give me certain gifts that I don't want, and he still gives it to me, and I'm so grateful for that, and he is truly the best, thing ever, to be honest. He will always make my dream come true, and I just can't wait to marry him, and of course I can't wait to, have children with him, and so much more. It's just a wonderful, life that I wanted, because without Kaim, I wouldn't be here, to be honest, because he saved me from the deepest depression I have gone through, the bad breakups, the bad friendships I had, everything. And Kaim was always there for me, in my dreams, in reality, everything. And I was always pray for him to keep me company, and he always does. He's always standing by my side, he will always talk to me on the phone, and he's always looking after me, no matter what. And I'm blessed that Kaim's there for me, And no matter what he does, he will always keep me safe. We always watch anime together, Netflix, Hallmark channels, everything, we ever dreamed of. We're going to celebrate our first holiday together as a couple. We're going to celebrate Thanksgiving, Christmas, everything. That's all I always wanted, And I'm so grateful. And I'm really deeply in love with him. And I'm vowed, my ever life for him. And that's why I chose my one and only, my beloved Kindred. That's my number 1 and one and only. No one else. He's everything to me. Love you, hun. Mwah. So what do you guys think? Comment down below which anime characters should I do next. Should I do top anime villains? Should I do top 10 anime heroes? Anything. Just comment down below. Other than that, you guys, I'm going to be doing a next video coming up, and it's going to be an EMV video. So stay tuned for that. Alrighty, guys. So this is your Hellfire leader, Maggie Negan, the Walking Dead Fangirl 27, signing off. See you in the next video. Ta-ta for now. Peace.